Hello. In a previous video, I talked about the save and load system, which takes into account world objects. These world objects are anything from enemies to details and pickups. In this video, I want to show how easy it is to set up a world object in my project for any designers. I have this medkit, but so far it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even have any physics. And I would like it to be like the boxes and the pickups, where if I save the game and load it back up, it will remember its position and rotation, and also be interactable with, i.e. I could pick it up. Let's get started. First thing I have to do is create an item definition for it, and this will help point towards the right objects that it needs to load, as well as tell what kind of an object it is when it's interacted with. I keep all of mine in the resources folder so that when I'm loading them, they can easily be found. Create it under consumables, and I made it so that in editor you can choose what type you would like. We'll ignore the first parameters for now, but we will set it as a consumable, and it's going to change the health stat. We'll give it 50 hit points. It'll give us 50 hit points. I'm going to call this new consumable medkit. The next step I have to do is create a world object, or an object that has the world item script on it. I have a default one right here. Once I drag that out, I can break the prefab and start editing it accordingly. I'll call it medkit world object. Since we already have the item definition, we'll fill that in. This itself is going to be a prefab that's going to be under the world items section. And this is the prefab that it will create whenever it is loaded into the world if it was saved prior. So I need to fill in the path. Do that quickly. I just copy the path here and get rid of the bits that I don't need. I'm going to drag it back out so it has all of those saves on it. And I'm going to take this world object and make it a child of the medkit. Reset the transform so that it's centered on it. And now this object can be saved as its own prefab. I call it the visual prefab. Before I do that, I'm going to add some physics on it. Put it in there. Heading back to the world object, or the item definition, my apologies. I'm going to fill in these empty parameters with the world item prefab and the visual prefab. Now, if everything was set up, this should have physics and also be saved with the save and load system. Let me give a double check on all of these. Looks good. Because the item definition is marked as a consumable and it knows to adjust the health stat, the interactions are already set up, so it should heal me if I'm damaged. But first, we'll check if it saves first. We're gonna move it, give it a save, load up a new level, or the same one, a new version of the level, and load the game back up. And you can see now it is where it fell prior. I'm going to go and take some damage. Thanks, bud. I'll give a save, go up, and it gave me the rest of the hit points I needed. I'm going to load it back up before my save, so you can see it'll restore my damaged health and all of that. Enemy's still dead. Med pack's still there. And we're good to go. Thank you for watching.